Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like MakaveLi in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
How was your weekend, Monty? What did you do? Oh, really? Help out with what? Help out with what? Oh, that ain't too bad. You like doing that, or you just did it because you had to? Oh, okay. What's good, man?
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. At their own 23-yard line. Just a yard on that last run.
Champions, the nectar of the gods. I believe I won 3 cases yesterday from you on the Aaron Rodgers gag game and the game on Patrick Mahomes.
But not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. 17 yards.
The goal for any
What's
offense
up,
versus his own defense, find the holes
Oh,
where guys
chilling,
are
man.
available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yeah, man. First off, I somehow self-destructed and lost to him in in Rally League, I was killing them like 16 to 3, nothing. And then I just self-destructed, so I was mad as hell. So I was like, hey, run that back when we tried to play in the other league, and then I just beat the shit out of him.
First and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Here's McDonald to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
I'm going to say Pete.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's gonna fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown.
His defense is way better than his offense. And I couldn't figure it out in NY to the Bay for some reason. Like I don't know what the hell happened, but I know my quarterback be tripping too, you know. And then I got a habit. I don't know. It's his defense is way better than his offense. Now he had Aaron Rodgers was just, I don't know, they was just geek. Like he didn't beat me with shit. Like he scored on the first play of the game. Then okay, so I was up 16-7. He scored on the first play of the game. Then his defense got a pick. He scored on a pick 6. Then I threw another pick right after that, and then put him in field goal range. Then his other 2 touchdowns came on. Like I played a cover 2 and came up, and I should have chased the Devontae Adams, and I didn't. And he scored on it. It was all just weird, lucky ass plays, man. And it really it pissed.
TJ Yeldon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, his team be cold. His teams be cold, man.
Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. That means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Yeah.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills
it's just
away from tying the football game.
And
correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, it's nothing to correct at all. You got it down bad. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, and then fly route, go.
Just all you gotta do is move the ball, man. You move the ball and just play a straight up game and take your points. You shouldn't have no problem with it. Like I said, his defense is where it's at. So you
But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack there by Trent Murphy. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now TJ Yeldon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Who is his secondary in the Bucs? I ate a... Oh, okay, right. Now, his secondary with the Packers is tough.
He understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, and reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Yeah, he got a nice second. I shouldn't have lost to him though. I shouldn't have lost to him at all. I was fucking
Things have
pissed.
to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong.
Nah, and NY to the Bay.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Mika Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick six for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami.
Yeah,
he steps up with another one here. Point after now from Catanzaro.
Yeah, and he won't trade with me. That's what pisses me off. He'll never trade with me, but he be trying to get me on sucker trades and shit. And I'll be like, dude, I'm not putting.
Shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
But you can definitely get past that, like, you know, because Kevin King ain't all that.
From the 31. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss. In the hole or on the perimeter, I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, that's brought in complete. It's John Brown.
He should, yeah. Yeah, he's
field across the 45 before going out.
Third down and 1.
Nah, he should. And he, you know, he good. He good, but I just be like that. I should never lose to
very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing now is Allen. Open man here is Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call.
Yeah, man.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag.
Got to.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Hell yeah, man.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two
Who said you took that team?
After one.
14.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pitch.
Spaz did. Spaz hit. He seemed pretty cool, man. No, I was just saying he seemed pretty cool.
As they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On 1st and 10, McDonald able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the Steelers.
1st and 10 now.
Exactly.
In Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Throwing is McDonald. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They'll contain him to just 4 on 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll
all right, bro. When y'all playing? Oh, you waiting on him still, ain't you?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no game.
Right. He gonna disappear. He gonna disappear on you. He gonna disappear on you.
2nd and goal.
He wasn't expecting, because I read that he went like, I might not be at work or something. I'm going to hit you, but it'll be at the 3:30. And then all out the blue, it was like, Rocket, I'm ready. And I was like, damn, that's a drastic move from 3:30, fam. But okay.
Digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
Then you was like, okay, then you like, okay, I'm ready, let's get it. All right, give me 15 minutes. I got it. Oh, that's why I said somebody running. Somebody running fast. Shit.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense.
So you got the corona going.
So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of
Yeah, that's that breakfast of champions right there.
Now that they're back on the field.
You get that corona, like you messing up their vibe.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You messing up my vibe, man. Yeah.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman.
Damn, you going at Colt 45. You want some?
Earlier today.
You hella high.
From the 31, Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro.
No, yeah, that's that OG shit. That was my era.
Football, they'll set up
I wasn't even doing that shit.
First and 10.
He is just
straight up. Like, I never drank no motherfucker.
Because I always think of center field.
Coke 45. Fuck, no.
Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked
Yeah.
quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to.
Right, now you ready to ball. And this fool blowing all highs right now.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From the gun, it's McDonald. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First down.
All right, bro.
This will be caught inside the 10.
That'll work. I'll holler at you in a minute.
Now the Steelers
All right.
use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
All right, let me lock in on this fool.
Set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And
lock in.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 6th touchdown.
I didn't even need the 7 points. We won it straight up on the field. Take that.
Your day coming. Let's go back here. Let's go watch it.
Sleep last night? You're riled up right now. Too much Mountain Dew over there for you. Yes. The Cowboys did beat the Vikings, and this is going to be a long day for me. Skip's Cowboys rode Ezekiel Elliott to their 3rd win of the season against the Vikings on the road yesterday. Zeke had his first 100-yard game of the season, and Andy Dalton threw 3 touchdowns in his return, including one to Elliott. Dallas is now in a 3-way tie with New York and Washington for 2nd in the NFC East behind Philadelphia. And after the win, Zeke said, quote, "We've got to make sure we build on the success and keep getting better." So Shannon, did the Cowboys look like a team that could win the NFC East?
This NFC East is pathetic. Let's project out. Does it look like a team that contended the NFC? Absolutely not.
That wasn't the question.
Skip, here's the thing. It's easy. Because that division is pathetic.
Okay, then you just admitted it was easy.
They win on Thursday. They will be in first place with 4 wins. That's not saying anything.
Home playoff game, baby.
Come on. Look, I'm going to give them credit. They played extremely well yesterday. They got back to their bread and butter. They were able to run the football with Zeke. Zeke looked fresh coming off the bye week. Tony Pollard ran really hard. What did they have? 31 attempts, 180 yards. And now the play action was there for Andy Dalton. 22 or 32, 203.
Hey!
When you can run the football, that's the
damn.
Let's not overcomplicate this thing. When they can run the football and they have as many rush attempts as pass attempts, the Cowboys can stay close in every game. The defense didn't play great, but they were opportunistic. They made plays when they needed, especially that last drive to keep the Vikings from even getting in field goal range. D-Law got it started early, got the sack. The DB, I forget the number 37.
Darwin Wilson. You better remember his name.
Grabbed
Emerging.
Yeah, I'm ready for that bull crap today.
Before he was able
Let me
to
get
get to the
that
turn.
ball.
And so give them credit
out
because they were
there.
very opportunistic
That's why I put
yesterday.
you out there,
They
son.
ran the ball. They looked like a team. But this is the NFC East, Skip. This is not the NFC. This is not the AFC North. This is not one of these divisions where you got a team that has 8, 9 wins in it. You got 4 wins. Hold on. 3. So in other words, they got as many wins combined as the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, we're over here talking about, okay, does it look like a team that can win the NFC East? Anybody Anybody can win the NFC East. That's not saying anything.
Well, there are only 4 in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So
They only have 3.
So we gonna shake them up, shake the bag up. Okay. Whoever comes out of this shaking bag, that's who's gonna win. But I give them credit for yesterday, Skip. They played well. This is the best we've seen the Cowboys look this entire season. And they didn't let the Vikings get too far ahead and have to play catch up. So the running game was Can they win this division? Sure. And I said this, even if they had won no games, because nobody had run away from the division, they were always going to be a player in the division. But all things being equal, if you say right now, who do you think? I would probably say the Giants, but I probably trust their quarterback less than I trust Andy Dalton.
Really?
Yes.
So you say Andy Dalton is the best quarterback remaining in the NFC East, including your man, give it to him, Wentz, who now has by 5 the most turnovers in the entire league.
I said I like the Giants, but I trust their quarterback less than I trust Andy Dalton. That's what I said.
You did not mention the Eagles that you picked to win the division.
I'm not talking about
Okay, you're not talking about
I'm not talking about them right now.
It is my turn. Thank you. Finally. It feels like we haven't won a game that mattered for like 3 years.
It does.
Finally. We went on the road for the first time this year.
Is that really a road game with no fans?
It was a road game. It was way up there on the frozen tundra of Minneapolis.
But is there condition in that business?
And we were 7-point dogs, and nobody gave us a chance, including me. I did not think they could win that game. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
They won.
They finally looked like a real football team with a real defense and a real offense that made plays that had to be made and real special teams. And I finally...
Nigga, tell that fool to quit throwing at you, boy.
That's the team I thought would win the East this year. This team is now the best team in the East. Opportunity to win the East because its remaining schedule is the second easiest in the whole National Football League. We'll get more into the other schedules in this division later, but suffice it to say that the other schedules are much, much harder than the Dallas Cowboys' remaining schedule. I believe my team is now in the catbird seat because guess what? I had a Zeke sighting. He didn't even do this yesterday, but he actually qualified to be doing some of this yesterday because of a critical move during the bye week of Zach Martin, one of the best linemen in pro football, from right guard to right tackle. It solidified everything. Connor McGovern, talent, at least you could kind of hide him as a young player, second-year player, at right guard. And all of a sudden, Zach Martin was road grading off the edge, and Zeke was looking for Zach Martin and running behind him. And Zeke's thunder was complemented once again by the lightning of Tony Pollard. Just when you get used to the fullback runs of Zeke, all of a sudden, there he went off the edge, got loose. It was a horrible effort by one of the Minnesota DBs. I don't know what he was doing, but it's okay with me. It's fine. We lulled you to sleep with Zeke's fullback run.
Yeah, the cornerback, Skip, he has to come right now, and he has to give a better effort than that because you watch the receiver go crack the safety. So now you got this. That's the support. You are now support. In one hand, is not going to get it done.
And once Tony Pollard actually got loose in the secondary, he was actually gone. Do you realize that was my first run all year of 30-plus yards, and it went for 42? Zeke is more of a plow horse now. We know that. But all of a sudden, you have a complement, some lightning to the thunder. And how about my man C.D. Lamb yesterday? Was he not the difference maker that I said he would be the night they drafted him? It's a program changer. It's a life changer to get C.D. Lamb, and he made the play of the game because I believe he made the catch of the year in the National Football League, if we can see that, to put them up 13-7. And it was the kind of play that makes the rest of the team say, God, we got that guy on our side.
Well, if you think about it, late in the ball game, Minnesota had a chance to put it away because the DB undercut Schultz on the slant, and he missed it. and he gave him a second opportunity. You got to cash in those, Skip. You got to cash in those. You got it. You guessed right.
Well, I think we're talking about CD. Are you trying to ignore that? How could you ignore that? That's the catch of the year.
Stop it.
Flip in midair. And crash up to his back and hold on to the football. It was the play of the year. Trust me, that whole bench said, oh my God, we got a playmaker.
So we just went from last week, DeAndre Hopkins possibly having the greatest catch of all time. Now this one's
I didn't say that. You said that.
I didn't say that. But this definitely not the catch of the year.
Well, we'll get into that a little later also. And finally, the real AD emerged for the Dallas Cowboys. That AD in LA, I don't really care about him. This is AD. We're talking about Andy as Dandy.
Okay.
We're talking about AD as in Andy Dalton. How many clutch throws did he make yesterday? How about that 4th and 6 from the 29 with 2:05 left in that last drive? Went for it. Threw a rifle shot out to Amari Cooper. Can you believe? He actually played a road game and actually caught some big balls. Amari, who disappeared on the road all last year, he finally came to play away from Jerry World. What a catch, what a throw, what a play. That set the tone for the game-winning touchdown to Dalton Schultz.
Well, Skip, there's really nothing he can do. They know they're playing two-man. They're playing inside leverage. So all Amari has to do is just get a nice release. And
But it takes guts. It takes a throw.
Yes,
you got to throw it hard, and you got to throw it true. And it was all of the above. Which brings me to my defense and the guy whose name you don't remember, but you will. Donovan Wilson. I've said on this show before, I loved him when he was at Texas A&M because he blew up everything that got in his way. Sometimes he blew himself up too. But he was a 6th-round steal for the Dallas Cowboys 2 years ago, and he is just now emerging as a safety that we never had. So he makes 2 plays that changed the game. You mentioned one. It was a DeMarcus Lawrence sack, but it was a blitz, which I think it might have been the only blitz that Mike Nolan called the whole day, which was driving me out of my mind. But Donovan Wilson rolls over on Kirk Cousins and just flat out pops him right in the breadbasket and takes the football away from him. And it was a huge play because it gave him a short field early touchdown. And guess what? Kaboom. Got a little whiplash on that play.
That was a solid hit.
Right? And speaking of solid hits, how about later in the half with 1:03 left in the second quarter, Dalvin Cook catches the little ball up the middle, and kaboom! Laying the wood was Donovan Wilson, and Mike McCarthy after the game called him a flat-out stud. A stud.
Helmet right on the ball.
That was a legal hit. It took Dalvin Cook a while to get his senses back from that hit. I'm happy that he was okay and was able to return, and he got his average. He got his 115 yards. But who would have thought that my team would go for 180 and they would go for, what was their total?
125.
125. 180 to 125? Who knew?
Well, Skip, the thing is that I knew Dalvin Cook was going to get 100 because Cook was going to stay committed to the running game. And because when you can run it, you see Cousins' numbers, Skip. 22 or 30, 314, 3 touchdowns with the 1 interception. And that's what you can do when you run the football. You look at Andy Dalton because they can run it. Everybody was wide open, Skip. It wasn't like they was spinning.
Would you please stop throwing at me, cuz?
Stop their run. If you with the feathers, now you got to commit. Guys are going to be wide open.
You can throw over there. That side of the field is on lockdown.
I'm just going to say you guys play better than the Vikings. Vikings didn't play bad, but the Cowboys made plays. I think needed to make plays, and that's what you have to do. Okay? So,
I hate to say I told you so, but I saw this coming.
What you see coming?
At Philly, my team with Ben DiNucci at quarterback had the Eagles on the ropes in the third quarter. Am I right?
No, you ain't had nobody on the rope with DiNucci.
They had a chance to go ahead 16-7, and you know the rest of the story. Okay, then against Pittsburgh at Jerry World, with Garrett Gilbert at quarterback, really the 4th-string quarterback, did my team not play well enough to win that game? Yes, they did.
The Steelers were looking bad.
Okay, they may have been, but we had them on the ropes 2 or 3 times, and the referees took Pittsburgh off the ropes. The referees let them out of what should have been end game for them at Jerry.
Well, you got a break yesterday. You only had 4 penalties. They had 8. You had 30 yards. They had 80.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
And so it balances out over the course of a year.
Okay. So,
first of all, you should have lost to the Falcons.
Oh, bullshit.
The Giants. So really, you should have 2
Bull crap.
You should have 1 week.
Damn.
You know it, too.
okay, but Andy Dalton saved the day against the Giants.
Yes.
With 2 late clutch passes, both to Mike Gallup, who, by the way, had a terrible game yesterday, had 2 big drops. But it didn't matter because CD and Amari overcame it, Zeke overcame it, Tony Pollard overcame it.
Damn!
And yet, now it looks like if you really put a pencil to the schedule, you start doing dopes and L's, it looks like it's going to come down to me, to Dallas at Giants in the final regular season game. And I will give you, the Giants have been playing much better, to the point they've looked at times like the best team in the division. Yesterday, my Cowboys looked like the best team in the division, and my Cowboys have Washington at home this Thursday, Thanksgiving, and I believe they can win that game. Then they have some hard games left, but they also have a bunch of easy games because they get the 3 division opponents, they play them each one more time, but they get Washington and Philly at home.
Correct.
They have to go to the Giants for the last game, and it could be coming down to who wins 6 games to win the division.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I like my team's chances against Daniel Jones on the road.
Your team also, and I think everybody gets Cincinnati, minus Joe Burrow.
Okay, and again, it's at, but the Giants go at this weekend.
Right.
And then we have a game at Cincinnati.
Right.
We have to go to Baltimore, but so does, I believe, Washington has to go to Baltimore.
That's not the Baltimore that we were thinking and everybody envisioned at the beginning of the season.
It is not, but do I think my team can win at Baltimore? I don't, but I don't really care because they've got Washington, Philly at home, and Giants away, and my team plays well against the Giants. My team, the only team in the division that we have beaten is the Giants.
Right.
So I like our chances against the Giants because all of a sudden they want Barkley, and my team is starting to show you it won't get run out of the building anymore. It won't give up 307 yards to Cleveland. It won't give up, what was it 300 yards to Arizona?
240 to Arizona.
Yeah. Or to Washington, 200 plus.
Yeah.
That won't happen anymore. Why is that? Because Jerry got rid of all the malcontents who were just truth-telling in the locker room. They didn't like what Mike Nolan was trying to do to the defense. All the remaining players have bought into the system, as flawed as it might be.
I think the thing is, Skipper, also, the guys started playing their technique. They had played it very familiar. They had played a technique where you do a lot of slanting, and guys were wanting the 3 lanes. And in this defense, you can't do that. And we're going to talk about the Raiders. They got the Raiders beat last night because everybody slanted inside. They watched it down, let my homeboy get to the edge, and he took it long. Like, oh, there you go, Trevor. And he threw Kelsey the ball. Skip, but when you look at this, the Cowboys do have the easiest schedule because I'm looking at the Giants' schedule. They still have at Cincinnati, minus Joe Burrow, but they're at Seattle, in Arizona. How Arizona's going to be in the cold, it's going to be real cold come December, and they still got Cleveland. They get Cleveland at home, they get Baltimore, go to Baltimore, and they get Dallas in their building. So of the teams, them and Philly have the toughest. Cowboys have the easiest, but here's the thing. Can the Cowboys capitalize on what they accomplished yesterday? Because if you don't, yesterday didn't be bad.
Okay, well, most players will tell you, most good players like Tom Brady will tell you the NFL doesn't even start until Thanksgiving. So I'll say the NFC least is starting on Thanksgiving. It is.
Well, normally teams have you play 10 games, you like to feel somewhere you're like 7-3, 8-2. But hey, we'll take 3-7 right now and be right smack dab in the middle of a division league.
Speaking of smack dab in the middle, there's a new player who has come back, and I told you on Friday, has changed life on the defense, and it is the Wolf Hunter.
Oh, yeah, he's
Leighton Vander Esch is a stud.
Yeah.
Leighton Vander Esch will stick his nose in the hole. He will take on Dalvin Cook as he did several times yesterday, just head-to-head, mask to mask.
He's not the greatest in coverage, but as far as stopping the run,
he will get there and he will deliver a blow. And it's changed the whole sort of solidarity of the defensive front. They're trusting that he will get where he's supposed to be and smack somebody.
Get everybody else lined up.
Jalen Smith never seemed to be where he's supposed to be. He runs around. Sometimes he gets his hands on the
he's
ball.
more of a Willie. He's more of a weak side backer than a middle backer, Skip. Because a middle backer, you can't run around. Because if you run around block. The running back is right behind that block, and he's going. Wolf Hunter is taking people off. He reminds me, and this is way before people time, and I know you remember, John Offerdahl played with the Miami Dolphins.
No, get them.
He's crazy like that. I look at him like, man, I'm going to run over this dude. Well, he can drop his hips, and he packs a wobble.
It's sitting right over there, guys.
He will stick his nose in the hole. You got to put Fred, you play that position.
So yesterday, I saw a real football team. Yesterday, I saw a team, even with Andy Dalton, who is obviously not Dak Prescott. But I'm going to remind everybody one more time, he's made 3 Pro Bowls. His first 5 years in the league, as long ago as they were, he averaged 10 wins a year. He's been there and done all that before. He's not afraid of the big moments.
I get it. Minnesota has been playing well.
They've run 3 in a row, and they have run Green Bay off the frozen tundra.
Lambeau Field, they beat the Bears. Let's not forget, it's the same team that got blown out at home by the Falcons.
Everything has changed. I got it. Everything has changed. All of a sudden, they have figured out a formula whereby they can win. They have people emerging on defense that make them legit on defense.
Did you talk about Minnesota or your team?
My team.
Okay, I mean, you got Skip. See, you see, this is why some people can't get good things. Because, see, you overreact. And see, you get a little good win, and here you go.
Oh, come on. Why would you tackle him forward?
Stop this.
I didn't say challenge the NFC. I just said we're about to have a home playoff game, and then we'll let the chips fall.
The chip gonna fall on your head. Skip, you know you're not beating anybody.
Probably not.
Don't let that boy in there.
I'm willing to say goodbye, high draft pick. We just lost it yesterday, and that's okay. Well, I've decided we didn't really need it anyway. We'll be okay.
Skip, you know, Cook played well. He ran like I thought he would. Andy, the first cousin was phenomenal, but there was a big drop on the violent drive by Jefferson. And what he's going to have to understand in situations like this, understand the situation. Most important thing is to first down, not run after the catch. Just catch the football, secure the football. See, Skip, that's all you got to do. Just secure the football. Everything's going to be okay. And that's something that you learn over time. He'll get better at this because the kid is a phenomenal talent.
He's a phenomenal talent. He's gotten a lot of buzz, a lot of hype. And CeeDee Lamb went in there yesterday saying, I'm going to show you. And he did with the catch of the year. He had a couple other big catches and big moments.
Yeah, that was not a catch of the year.
Well, it just was. So in the biggest picture, I'm looking at Andy Dalton as good enough to win. Who's better than Andy Dalton in the division right now? Seriously. Alex Smith had a bad game yesterday, and they survived.
The defense can get after you. Jack Del Rio, they get after you. They got a lot of high draft picks on that defensive line. They can come get you. And the question is, can you hold up to probably take advantage of the secondary? The Giants have a good quality team, but do I trust their quarterback? Because he's turned the ball, he's a turnover machine too. We talk about walking to him, and rightfully so. But he's a step behind walking to him as far as turning the ball over. And then that dumpster fire that they got going on in Philly. Hopefully we don't have to talk about them. But your team won. I'm going to give you credit, Skip, and you're the A. Get your flowers. I'm going to give you your flowers, your perfume right now. I want you to enjoy it. But your day coming.
Well, my day's coming just in 3 more days because it's going to be Happy Thanksgiving at Terry.
And they're going to be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a debt to pay the Washington football team. Well, they even, how cheap of a shot was that on Andy Dalton?
What a cheap shot.
Interesting. Well, as much as I don't want to go back to this game, we will be talking more about Cowboys-Vikings, including who had the better catch, CeeDee Lamb or Adam Thielen. We'll go there. And then there was so much news in the NBA over the weekend, including this. Both LeBron and Kawhi's teams made some big moves. Who won the weekend? Playing.
Football tradition on Fox continues. We get set on Thanksgiving. Alex Smith in Washington take on Zeke and the Cowboys.
Steeler first down.
Pain, shortness of breath, fatigue.
Really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Want you to smell fresh for weeks? Make sure you have Downy.
No matter what it does, or how it changes.
Continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Top down the city, riding with me. Been doing the storm in the gritty. Do it for the mom and pop on every block. New day sunshine on every block. Windows open, I'm yelling unity. Side by side with my community.
It's an adventure. Both LA teams have been busy in NBA free agency. The Lakers officially signed Montrezl Harrell after winning a Sixth Man of the Year award with the Clippers last season. The Lakers have also reportedly agreed to a 2-year deal to bring in Marc Gasol, and they signed guard Wes Matthews. The Clippers, meanwhile, made a splash by signing Serge Ibaka to a 2-year deal, but they failed to bring in Rajon Rondo, who went to the Hawks. So, Shannon, who's the better free agency weekend, Lakers or Clippers?
What are you laughing about?
I get up.
You laughing till you cry?
No, I just want you to know that we're better today than when we were living in a trophy a month and a half ago.
Really?
Better today than we were a month and a half ago.
Did you take delusional pills before the show?
I know who didn't get better. I know who didn't get better because you're in the exact same spot.
Oh,
now listen.
wait. It's not my turn.
Not your turn. Oh, Trev came to us. He got tired of playing with somebody that didn't practice and played when they wanted to play. I believe it was one of Trez that wasn't happy with what he was seeing. Because him and Paul George, we're like, hey, stop all that talking. Skip, look. The Lakers address needs because, look, it's a fast turnaround, and they're going to be some nights that LeBron might sit out, and they got offensive firepower that can keep it going.
Can't go at him either.
Schroeder can play the point, create, can take LeBron off the ball. Trez coming off the bench. I love Wes Matthews. He's going to be our new guy. Probably will be what Avery Bradley will probably think him to be opposing team's best players. And I like it. I love what the Lakers have done, Rob Pelinka. And I'm not running any chance. He knew that Rondo was going to take the money and run. Oh, Rondo going. We going to get Rondo. Rondo didn't want to play with Kawhi. Trez got tired of playing alongside Kawhi.
Well, apparently Rondo didn't want to play with LeBron either because he could have just stayed with the Lakers.
So, hold on. And get what? We wasn't going to pay that. Remember, we signed it.
It was only like $7.5 million a year.
Remember, we signed it for 2.5. So that told you what we thought. 2.5. And guess what happens, Skip Bayless? That's what we do. We created a market for Rajon Rondo. We created a market. That's what we do. LeBron get guys paid. Nobody was giving Rondo that kind of money. That's what we did. But we got more. You know that. When a Gasol come to LA, titles follow. Hey, Big Brother was there, got two. Now, my baby brother finna come and get one. He's not a baby. Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that.
He's a fossil.
No.
He can't move an inch.
He moves enough, Skip. They needed a big. Once they lost the White, they needed a big. And they only need a big basically for 2 games, for 2 teams. Nurkic, Portland, and Jokic, and Denver. That's it. Because we saw what they did most of the playoffs. They played Mars, so they played Dwight, and then all of a sudden they just went totally small.
So now you're completely discounting Big Zoo and Ibaka?
For the Bills, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
Area nastiness that the Lakers don't have because they don't have that dog in them. You lost
LA picture. You lost Dwight, and I still don't understand it because he even posted that he was going to stay with the Marines and don't get off, right? Dwight, right? And 5 minutes later, he's believing because they pulled the rug out from underneath him. They verbally said, we got a deal for you. I guess that's what he and his agent said. And the last second,
That was a big catch at the end. I shouldn't have let him get that. I ain't sick, man. Damn, I ain't get you no 300. My bad. Oh, 4 picks and an interception? I mean, 4 picks and a touchdown?
Because nobody wanted to be there. Everybody had mixed emotions about it. It's the chief championship and he won it. But what he stole it. Here's the thing. The way I look, LeBron approached the bubble like I approached college. Hell, if I'm here, I might as well get a degree. I'm the only one in there. The size I'm still doing for me. He's a leader. I'm not finished with all of your losses. You lost Jamel. Jamel was a big deal to you. You just blocked shots. When he blocked them, they stayed blocked. He was blocking them up into the 40th row. He brought energy. He brought intimidation. And he was a starter for you, and he is not there anymore. We trade back up to they wanted Marcus Gasol. Marcus Gasol can shoot the three. He is good at rim protector. Probably not. But he's a better passer out of the post than JaVale McGee. Would you agree with that? Yep, he is. Is that what you want? He's a passer out of the post. Marcus Gasol shot 90% from 3 in the playoffs. He averaged 6 points and 4 rebounds in the playoffs. In a year, he averaged 8 and 6. Okay. That's good. The more I watched him, it's like he was glacially. He just barely snatched you out. You make it seem like you're just too wide. The only thing that makes you big is you gotta put it around. You gotta be able to put a body on him. You gotta be able to be. Thank you for bringing that up, which brings me to your big signing of the weekend. Trez. Trez got his name. No. Trez, again, especially against Denver, had no chance trying to guard anything big. Whether it was Plumlee or especially Jokic, he just couldn't guard him. You know why? Trez is listed at 6'8". I don't know. He might be 6'7", or he might be closer to 6'6". He cannot guard the post. He cannot rim protect. He is a liability on defense. He's a beast from offense. I give you that. He will attack like crazy. And then you put the NBA in points to paint because that's what he does. He can't shoot, but he can attack. So, is that all you got? Because your defense just took a huge hit. We got better skill. You know, I don't know. First of all, Trez has a lot of things going on. Grandmother passed. He got down to the bubble late. He probably was not in the shape that he needed to be in, but he's coming back on a mission. You know that. So this is on Trez Harrell. Yeah. The 6th man of the year. Yeah. All of a sudden, I see a headline getting rushed to the Lakers, and I think, where do they have that kind of money? Because the 6th man of the year on the open market, you should get 20, 25 million. No, not the bigs. Wait a second. much agency, so he sort of oversees it. So wait a second. How did he take this small of a salary to go to the Lakers? He didn't make so much.
She don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Everybody used to pick me, now I'm the one that they picking. Checks out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta look once to be true when I only want the runners with the blues in the blood crossing with the blood, then the juice stay turned like I've been through that wild like the little swimmers on the bread and butter. What we ate for dinner, so I had to drink it till the dream was bigger. Only want to go, we don't need to sell. Be number one, number two, never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now pouring them out. Making my babies cry, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah.
Oh, I got a team.
I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained, I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones, they hurt. Everything that you do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, you still got something to prove. Check on the down cross, but still pay my dues. Gotta be number one, number two, never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now pouring out. Making my babies cry, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know just to end the drought. I buy like 20
All we need him to do is a big body to take up space in the lane. Hold down the circuit, hold down your that's all.
That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze.
The Nuggets
Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that split, this that drip. Champion, yeah, we here.
It's gonna be interesting, guys.
They're not favorites.
This is gonna be interesting. We've got a month, basically, before the season starts up again, so plenty to discuss until then. But I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes and what yesterday he refused to let his team lose to the Raiders twice in one season, down 31-28 with 1:43 remaining. Mahomes surgically moved the ball down the field for the go-ahead touchdown, leaving Vegas with only 28 seconds left. Mahomes went 6 of 7 for 75 yards on the last drive that took only 1:15 to seal the win. Shannon, please give Mahomes a letter grade because he just makes it look easy.
Give this a deal. I made some of the greatest words in the world that I've operated in time of position. A guy that has the leg, that has the arm talent, the ability to throw a flip, is the throw that he can make. There are very few people that can make them. You have to have had an extensive background. Run and to drop your arm and to throw the plays that he was throwing to us.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
With 3,000 yards. Home place to throw for 40 and 5,000 again. Don't be surprised. He's the best thing. He's the MVP. He's the best thing. He's the best thing in the league.
Sonny Michel, his first carry.
I hate Sonny Michel.
Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sonny Michel.
Now, the Titans and Patriots tied together in so many personnel-related ways, but remember, these two met in the first round of the playoffs a season ago on a cold Saturday night in Foxborough, and it was the Titans who came in as the 6th seed and pulled off that stunner 20-13. Of course, Logan Ryan, one of those with Patriot ties, he intercepted Tom Brady, brought it back for the touchdown on what would prove to be Brady's final pass in a New England uniform. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Raiders on defense on the COVID list all week and could not practice. Do you realize they couldn't get ready for Patrick Mahomes with 10 players not able to even put on practice gear? Do you realize
working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Who the fuck?
Applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For the Patriots.
We're gone on defense. You should have eaten that defense alive. You should have thrown the biggest Las Vegas party ever thrown. And it took him till almost the final throw of the game to finally pull them ahead.
But Skip, you saw what the Raiders were doing. They would not snap the ball until it was under 10 seconds. So they're going to minimize this possession.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Touchdown because they didn't want the homeboy to have the ball and he get it go run back.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So if you're going to minimize this possession like that,
Oh, come on, guys.
And the result here, a pickup.
Damn.
Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to say this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through,
Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown.
See.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Man, he tackled him.
33, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Michelle. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
1 yard gain. Brings up.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Michelle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
The game planner. And yes, and I don't know what the Russians are doing all the I don't know what they're doing, and it's a rugby scrum, and they just suffocate them. And after all,
after the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss on that play. And now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
What about those drops? What about the drops that he had? Marcus Robinson was throwing it toward him. He threw it right back at him.
The drops were all on the Raiders' side.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick.
Ah, you stupid.
Intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20, 10.
God, dog.
This one home. It's a touchdown.
Good Kaepernick. Get him the fuck out of here, man.
I promise you, on the dead cuts that Marcus Robinson, the guy picked, he's got to come straight back. He can't ad-lib that.
All right. Does anybody in this league playing quarterback have 2 more explosive weapons than Tyreek and Travis Kelce? They're off the charts great. Tyreek, every time I watch him, it's like he is a video game unto himself. I've never seen something.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Patriots nothing.
I just don't even know.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
And they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much.
No, because this is exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the ground is Michelle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Taken down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front. Last level being the secondary.
What up, Johnny?
The strong safety position end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker.
Yeah, so I guess basically what he was saying, the dude that had the Giants is coming back. And so he didn't want to, like he was going to reset your cap, you know, and all that. Basically, he just, since he made all them trades with the Giants, he wanted him to get the Giants back.
It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some...
No, the one that you want now where you got the bird.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10.
Well, you know, I said Giants, I meant the bird. He made, you know, them trades with the bird. And he want him to basically stick with what he did. So he was like, he wants you to take the Rams. You know, he'll do the same thing he was going to. They got, I'm going to have to look. It was like 20 and 22. But, you know, shit, I mean, you got Lamar Jackson, Aaron Donald, dope defense, and 2, you know, first-round picks. And like you say, if you can make a move and trade up, you good.
For your entire offense, but I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll switch it up here, look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Oh, okay.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
No, I know you was, and I was telling them that. I was like,
when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here we go, Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And like I say, too, you know, since he don't get your cap, make sure your cap is good. Shit, that's an upgrade for you, for real.
The century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. On 1st and goal,
I know you did, because when I told him you wanted to keep him, he was like, he want to keep the Rams. And I was like, yeah, like he got some shit in play. And he was like, damn, you know, I would, but he was like, do he know the Rams got Lamar? And I was like, yeah. Right. So he was just like, oh, okay. So then he came back to me. He was like, bro, you know, I want him to get him, but I just, you know, I got to do it like this because I don't want this dude to, you know, basically try to get over, and then he'll try to run and take the round, you know, and he was like, I ain't having all that.
Stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 4th and goal.
On the run, it's and he is in.
So what you got to do is go to retire.
Rex Burkhead, his second touchdown on the season.
AGS,
extra point of tying this one up.
His name Vic Michaels.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7.
Yeah, he was out the draft. He not nothing either. He might be a 70-something overall now. I'm just, you know, tweak.
So all even at 7 now.
No, hell no. He was trash.
And no return on this one as the fair catch.
I don't even know if I hit a 70 overall with him yet. Like, I have no idea.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 scores. They begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
I be trying, man. I be trying the ball, bro.
Back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really moving around in the first half.
He decent. He good. You could beat him. You could definitely beat him. You could definitely beat him. Once you really just get to playing and learning how people play,
yeah,
you gonna you'll be straight.
So you say go to the main release? No.
Or it's retired. Do it say retire on there?
They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else.
Nah, damn, I wish I could tell you where to go.
I seen it before on my franchise. My coach.
It's in that demand and release. Go to that and see what happened.
It's 2nd and 12. Now it's Tannehill.
User management, retire. So do I just go to the team? See if I can.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
No, I don't think it's gonna let you do it without retiring. Okay, so now you should be able to go and get the ram.
Now, easy to second guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on
me.
I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go.
No, that was AGS 21.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To Michelle on the screen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rosa's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. The ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room.
Yeah, but they ain't got Deshaun Watson. When you go look at that squad, Deshaun Watson gone.
But still, Any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping.
Cats be pretty much straight up on their trades, but some of these guys, for me, do a lot of they do a lot of buddy trades for me.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively.
My offense, yeah. Like I made some crazy upgrades.
In this situation, if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I made some crazy drafts and just different picks and all that shit.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down. And 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This time they stay on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Oh yeah, that's all I do. I normally have Bill Cosby as my coach.
Take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on.
I did. One of these leagues I'm in, I put my name. But normally I do Bill Cosby.
On EA Sports.
Huh?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in. And
all right, you in, bro.
That recipe works. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. For a lot of people, MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Oh, no, this shit, I'm playing the game now. I'm just playing this shit. I'm playing people. I'm just in another league.
On second down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 40-yard.
I got one more after this. I'll hit you after I play that one.
We know not everyone's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 10th carry out for Derrick Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
Field goal too short to punt. That in between for it on 4th down. He'll run for it.
Damn.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Patriots' 37-yard line.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across, you see him communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Yeah. Yes. Call mommy.
Inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first.
Mommy!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Mommy!
Halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Mommy!
Because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
Mommy! Mommy!
2 straight shots on the ground, now on 4.
I called your mama.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second
She said I'm coming soon, ya.
go play action, throw the ball.
And he gets in. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And it's up and good.
The score, Titans 14, Patriots 10.
Are you done on the spot, or you can get up if you're done?
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown,
Oh, okay.
Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Yeah.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk.
What's up, Shanav?
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 4 yards on the pickup. They'll look to throw here.
Hey, throw the ball, bro. Damn.
Quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive filtration maybe a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pass complete. It's Bird. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
No, because they messing with my hours.
They'll get this into the hands.
What you mean they messing with your hours?
Because I'm missing 10 whole hours from my work last week.
Dropped inside the 40.
And when I asked him to look at it, he sent me somebody else's information. So I said, this is what I have for you. That's not even my information.
So what they say they're going to do?
I don't know. I'm emailing him now. Because he doesn't work on the weekends, and he took off on Friday. So I couldn't have him fix it.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Get it right.
Catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 40.
Damn, I blew that.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. They got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in
Yes.
field position, because this is almost like no man's land.
What doing in there?
Because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On 4th down, Tannehill.
Oh, no!
35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
I'll take your role, partner. Up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Evans. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
For the most part, whether his career, he's been perfect. Mahomes has been perfect. You look at what he's been able to do in his first 3 or 4 years of starting. His defense hasn't been great, but somehow, you know, if we need to beat team like that.
On 1st down, it's Evans. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Evans. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Evans. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this is 3. Hopkins' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going. And set yourself up defensively. You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Garden. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
To win big, so are the Cowboys actually playoff bound. We go there next.
Football tradition on Fox continues. On Thanksgiving, Alex Smith and Washington. Wow, what a catch! Take on the Cowboys. Celebrate Thanksgiving Day on Fox. Fox Football Feast.
Why it stop? Why it stop, Papa? Why it stop? Why it stop?
How you been, Tony? You been good? I missed you. What you do over your daddy's house?
Ever since Daryl's family started using gay flings, their laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Honey, isn't that the dog's towel?
You just what?
There's more gay scent plus oxy-boost and Febreze odorant in every flavor. Gay, seriously good scent.
Oh, really?
What some call nerves, you call butterflies. While others worry, you know you're up to the task. With a Jeep Compass, life isn't a test. It's an adventure, which is why you're not looking back. You're looking forward.
With employee pricing for all, get $4,752 below MSRP, plus $750 bonus cash on the 2021 Compass Trailhawk.
5 years ago, we founded Lowe's Depot because we were confident we could deliver the American dream of home ownership to individuals and families across the nation.
Serving more than 27,000 customers a month, lowering payments, providing jobs, and investing in neighborhoods and communities nationwide.
We know what it means
Yeah. You got clothes, what? Let me see what you're talking about. Look.
Second side of life came a couple of weeks back before the bye week against the vaunted undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers at Jerry World. What did you see in that game? I saw my team be in position to win the whole football game, not just the third quarter, but the fourth quarter. Gilbert at quarterback. But it's hard to beat two teams. It's hard to beat the Steelers. And you go, play stolen. You know it, and I know it. Stolen. Okay, so now we come to yesterday. What did you see in the four quarters? I saw a real live finally come of age, come back to life.
About the one game, just okay, they played good, but you
The
know,
Vikings had won 3 in a row. They were 7-point favorites at home. They had blown Green Bay off the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. They had won in Chicago in a black and blue division game. When was that back on? Monday? Was that? Monday night. And here came my team with Andy Dalton at quarterback, and he showed you why he is now remaining the best quarterback in the NFC East. Andy Dalton was even better than given to him with now taking the whole NFL in turnovers. 5-5. He's 5 clear of anybody else. Would you believe that you're seeing that's W-I-N-C-E as in wins every time he drops back and throws. He has more turnovers than 29 other teams have. That's unbelievably bad. They are a disaster. They are a chaotic mess. My only fear is that you can go to Jalen Hurts and I'm in trouble. Jalen Hurts all this wrong because I told you the day after he got drafted, I said, hey, this guy
you can throw on him.
if they give him 3. But apparently they're not going to do it. They're going to stick with Carson Wentz. What his name? Doug P said after the game that I don't want to send the wrong message to my life. Really? So you're going to stick with the all-time turnover machine? Really? So, would you believe that my down remaining schedule just on opponents?
Hey, got your pajamas on, you know. Got your pajamas on. Hey, 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 hey. Yes on you. Yes on you. Yes on you. You can't dance? Huh? Yeah, I like them shoes, girl. Them shoes is nice. Them shoes is nice, girl. Yes, they is. I'm about to come open it for you, okay? I know I'm coming to open the door for you, honey.
So Skip, at the beginning of the year, we talking about, man, they could be in line for the number 1 seed. Now they're looking at the weather. at the playoff table. Seattle still says, hold on, we still got an outside chance to get a number 1 seed. Arizona said, hey, we got a chance to win the division and get a home playoff game. They do. So they're going to get everybody's best effort. And I agree with you. The Cowboys have a more favorable schedule. Doesn't mean anything if you don't capitalize on what you did. That's going to so I still believe the Giants have the best team in the division. Can motivate them. You trust that? Because I think their defense is playing the best for anybody in that division.
Sonya. What was that? Oh, there was something. What was it?
Dead money on my cam, so there was none of that. And basically, he had brought in investors Mike McCarthy and Mike Nolan aren't for it. You guys aren't spending. These two guys aren't. So I'm going to make that decision to get somebody in locker room unity, which is why the game at Washington we saw it was a disaster because they wouldn't play. They refused to even try on defense. We kept putting up play after play. Right. Where we'd say, look at this, look at this. Right. Nobody wants to tackle because they had rejected Mike Nolan's teaching in his system. And Jerry finally had to reject all of the above. And I'm not saying that what they were saying was wrong. I think they were right. But it cleaned house. And all those remaining, a lot of young players, they were even playing their 4th round pick. Reggie Robinson played a lot. He played Thielen the whole second half and did okay on the corner from Tulsa. So all of a sudden, young players, we don't even have Trevon Diggs. We lost him for excellence. I know he might come back at the very end of the season. But the point is that everybody who's left has bought into whatever it is that everybody else is out with. If they weren't signed in, because a lot of guys had success in the old scheme. Well, if I start out, okay, I'm in a business, and I'm not having success, what the first thing I want to do, I want to go and get what I had success in. Young guys want to freelance. Well, we played and I get that. And now you get to come out of the position. So now they're playing it straight up like they're supposed to. Everybody gets paid. You can't look bad and I can't believe they ran. Oh, he gets a check too. They said he feels also. But play what we ask you to play. Do what you're supposed to do. And then we'll coach it up from there. So if we get a freelance and get out of position, you put everybody in harm's way. And that's what you got for yourself. You got yourself. And the best part right now, Martin, the guy that plays the best in this division, you like you got 115. But you didn't give him 15. That is correct. And we went for 180. They had 125 points for 180. And you were this guy who wears 21, then Ezekiel Elliott. He was back because they moved that front like guard to right tackle. And he was rotating off the edge. And Zeke knew where he off. And you just run behind Zach Martin. This was the first time that I think in a long time they would have taken on a white tee. And see him in 24 sticking with it. The biggest thing is that they didn't fall behind like those digits. They'll look there. You don't have to worry about getting away from the run game. It's just throw. If you can keep it close, you're going to keep a lot of it. Because that's still the game. You can say we ain't not the same. But if the defense is out, we still the same. They see 2-1 lined up back there. They know, hey, we got to get our fits right. And then they don't play action. And you got CD Lamb open. You got Amari open. Shows had some key catches. So, yes, look, the Cowboys are in a great position. But they're only in a great position because this is a terrible division. You know that, I know that. Okay, in the terrible division, 2 of the last 3 games against the division have to be at Jericho. So you got Washington on Thanksgiving, then you got the Eagles having to come to Dallas, and then the final regular season game is at Giants. And if they come down to that, if y'all don't have no great home field, you may think like y'all got the 12 man and y'all got Ariel, so y'all ain't got no home field advantage in that place.
You might do it for the bug.
Until yesterday.
Born to be a rebel after this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see if it doesn't roses and listen. You gotta leave all the doors, don't come out, don't let alibi questions. I find this out until you realize never give up and courage. I can't wait for you. It's all a lot, tired of trying to go hit it for everybody. Want a straight answer from media, keep us blind. Good heart, it's not hard to find why these people try to define infrastructure. I don't got time, infrastructure, I don't got time. It's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political commission.
It's getting better. The Cowboys, the Giants, and Redskins have gotten much better than they were early in the year.
Yeah, those three teams still have one fewer win than the Steelers have by themselves.
Okay. Well, all I know is I love my team's chances now because all of a sudden I got a hitter emerging on the back end of my defense named Donovan Wilson, who just laid the wood on Cousins yesterday and then on Dallas. It was a joy to watch. We haven't had anything like that. We have played Sanders back to Wolfhunter, right out of the box. And he's finally back, and he is unstoppable. So we got that one. We can't run us off the field. Washington will not run us off the field. Agitated illusion, only different confusion. The institution, mind the execution. I got the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the illusion. Just put it in the illusion.
You know that the way Washington built their team is through the defensive line. Yep. All those high profile picks. Yep. Payne and Allen and Kerrigan and Chase Young.
Take the cheap shot at Andy Dalton.
Boy, y'all ain't doing anything about it.
Back. Now it's time to do that.
I get it.
Good point by bringing it up. Just so confident about the Cowboys. I can't speak because they lost, my Vikings lost to you guys. This is tough for me. How much did the Lakers improve with their newest free agent signing? That's one more Shannon. You can call over there. You may have many reasons for waiting to go to your doctor right now, but if you're experiencing leg pain, swelling, or redness, don't wait to see your doctor. These could be symptoms of deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot, which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms can mean something serious, so this is no time to wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
At Dell Technologies, we started by making the cloud easier to manage. But we didn't stop there. We made a cloud more enough to adapt to any size business, no matter what it does, or how it changes. And we kept going. So you're only made.
Time over ground, game over, time's up.
Dell Technologies.
Play my cards, got my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag, but you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take it down like a boss. 17 toes on your feet. I could never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 40 yards on the trip. I had a dream in the store. Living my life 'cause we young. Looking back at what I love. So I be hella like you. But conscience to believe. Loyalty runs deep. I keep my kid to the streets. Struggle turning to a beat. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play with keys. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against our odds like Willie beaming. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. You know my hour, don't get attached. Came from the bottom, roll through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, you gon' have.
Staring at you. Embarrassing you in front of your nose. Spreading rumors about you before. That wall is your Everest, but not anymore. Legs
Ain't crazy how them jiggers turn. You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earn all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him work. Can't relate. Watch him stir out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murk, out the gate, on sight. Yeah, me, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yo, I've been grinding since I'm young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in that late red sunny. I've been eating since I'm young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. That life we was living ain't funny, but teaching I take nothing from me. But God on my mama, my brother, my cousin, my brother, I'm shook. Way better not to take the type of dreams that they say. That's why I learned from my friends. brother, I'ma get this paper. What's left behind, I see it later. Keep it real, you don't need to wait up, man. All in the line, I'm looking back. Give him my all in on things attached. Came from the bottom, went through the cracks. Spotlight on you, behind you,
QuickBooks helps me get paid, manage cash flow, and run payroll. And now I'm back
baby.
with Koala Cod. Hey! More mercy.
See, for 30 hours a month, it's QuickBooks. Easy way to a happier business.
But with Walmart's low prices, you still know how to do it up and keep costs down. Let's end the year enjoying more.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah.